Hey everyone, this is Tony with the 80 Star Basketball channel with this week's auction recap. Starting with the 101 MJ, quite a few sales. Definitely one of the top cards. We had a PSA 7.5, sold for $106,000 on August 9th, golden. We had a BGS 8.5, sold for $49,000 rounded on August 11th. August 10th, we saw a PSA 6, sold for $29,000. August 18th, BGS 6.5, sold for $25,000. Golden had a PSA 4.5, sold for $23,000 on August 9th. So these are definitely going up, as you can see in price. BGS 6, which is equivalent to a PSA 4 or so, sold for $20,350 on August 18th. Altered authentic copy sold on eBay last August 8th for $14,100. Taking a quick look at these, this is a nice 7.5. The 8.5 that sold it on eBay. And if you compare this 8.5 BGS to the eBay PSA 6, I don't see that much of a difference. Nice centering on here, give it that. $50,000, nice amount. And you got this PSA 6, definitely shorter on this width. On the border here, but $29,000 versus $49,000, a big difference. So a lot of activity on the 101 and other sales, not just in star cards, but other ones, soccer, basketball, certain football cards. Looking at the upcoming 101 auctions, we have 8 lots. Some of these are autographs, so they're definitely in a league of their own. PSA 6 on eBay. That ends in a couple hours. We're recording this video on August 19th, Tuesday. This is already at $29,000. I took a look at the bid history and nothing overly concerning there. Price protection, if anything, but some folks definitely want to win this card. It's a nice PSA 6. Then we have 19 bids on this PSA 4.5 on eBay. Fanatics has 2. The autograph copy currently at $72,000. It's autographed on the back. PSA 3 currently at $12,000. Now, if I was a consigner of these 2 cards, PSA 5 each on Golden, I would be a little upset that they're both in the same auction, but that's just me. They should have been spaced out. But you have this PSA 5 currently at $11,895, and this other PSA 5 almost at $11,000. And to wrap it up, we have another autograph at Golden. This is a BGS Authentic. And we have a PSA 8 on Golden for $219,000. Some really nice cards available. Moving on to the 195 Olympic card of MJ. We had 14 sales since August 6th, which is the date we're using for everything we're looking at in this video. Tremendous sale here, BGS 8.5. $21,523 on August 14th. On the same date, there was a Fanatics buy it now of a PSA 7, which caught my attention. $15,000. This is a nice PSA 7 for the card. This one definitely has the better centering, more corner wear, but the centering on this BGS 8.5 is really nice. Whereas if you compare it to the 7, you can see why folks, they bid more for the BGS 8.5 versus the 7. On the 15th, we had a PSA 7 sell on eBay for almost $15,000 even. Very comparable to the PSA 7 that we spoke about previously. For $5,000, we had a BGS 7.5. PSA 6 sold on August 18th. This was $4,800 rounded. Fanatics Weekly had a August 10th sale of 46.80. This was a PSA 6. Looking at 195s coming up, only 3. So whereas we see quite a few 101s entering the market, people are definitely taking advantage of the market. Some call it a bull market. And with the 195 and the 288 are slightly different, but they do have lower pops. BGS 5.5 currently at $307. PSA 6 at $7,600. And we have another PSA 6 on eBay currently at $1,425. Looking at one of my favorite cards, we have the 288 PSA 6 sold on August 7th. This is a nice, typical centering, but this is a really nice 6. Really like the corners. $8,000 for this copy. And on Fanatics Collect, we had to buy it now on August 18th for $8,000 even. So it was a match. I look at this 6 and I compare it to this 6, and both cards are comparable. I do like this card that ends in the 815 certificate a little bit better. Only 2 upcoming lots with this. We know about this card. This is an auction, but its opening is 129, 130 rounded, and we have a PSA 5 currently at $3,050. With the second year MJ, the 1985-86 117, I see 2 confirmed sales. This was a raw one, so I'm not going to touch this one in this video. But we did have a BGS 8.5 sell on August 10th for $3,053. Hard picture to take a look at the details of it unless you dig into it. But I took a look at the card and it looks pretty good for this price. Upcoming, we have 2 second year MJs available, BGS 8.5, and we have a BGS 7, which is on Fanatics Collect. This is at $408. Looking at the rookie cards of Stockton, Olajuwon, and Barkley, we have quite a few since August 6th, 21 sales total. We'll take a look at some of the top ones. This PSA 8 Olajuwon sold for $9,450. And if you want to just take a look at really strong price for this card. We had a PSA 8 Barkley sell for $8,000 on the 13th. 2 eBay sales. This one really got my attention here. This is a record price for a PSA 9 Stockton. Cut looks good too. Definitely not diamond. Previous sale, I believe, was about $5,300 for this. And if you wanted to check that, all you do is look at this card on Card Ladder. You can bring it up because it has the green check mark here. Click the little square and you want to look at PSA 9s. Look at the last year of sales. And we see the previous high was $53.99. And it's now up to the last sale, which is $7,499. So nearly 40% growth. Get a PSA 8 Barkley sell for $6,400. Olajuwon 8.5, a little bit better centering than what we typically see on this card. Why you got the higher BGS grade. So for $21.99. We had another Stockton sale. This was a PSA 8, hit 1702. So you really see the difference in multiplier between a PSA 8 and a PSA 9. for all, not just for this card, but for all cards. Upcoming auctions, I don't see any for Stockton, but that doesn't mean that there won't be any. So continue to check your favorite auction sites. Speaking of that, just outside of eBay, just remember to go on auctionreport.com and you click on auction news 2025 schedule, and you scroll down and you'll see which auctions have the start date and the end date. So definitely check on these not to miss anything. As he won Olajuwon, this has been out there for a while. It's a PSA 8 with a 10 auto, and I didn't see any Barkley rookie cards available. Thanks for joining us this week. Thanks, everyone.